September Forum to respond the suffering, suffering, the strugglings, because prosecutions and struggling, and not only my own political party in Bangladesh, Nationalist Party, for the past 17 years, but also of the systematic denial of democratic rights, freedom and justice to the common people of Bangladesh during the autocratic regime of faces Sheikh Hasina. I take the opportunity to pay my tribute to our indomitable students and the power of our ordinary people who through a miss uprising in August 2024 overthrow that unlawful autocratic regime. Indeed, people from all walks of life, including. So thus I urge international community, which is the especially in Bangladesh last 17 years, that the extrajudicial killing and more than I think it's about 3,000-4,000 people has been killed, extrajudicial criminal, forceful disappearance by the government, that more than 700 people so far still disappear, and by the last government, Sheikh Hasina regime. And I urge international community, especially I urge, because we want to make a good relationship with India as well, but the Indian, they're helping past Sheikh Hasina regime. So I think that this time we need a democratic system in Bangladesh. Dr. Nobel laureate, Dr. Ilus, he actually tried to help the very near. We want to see the free, fair, general election in Bangladesh. We want to help international community, especially India as well, and we would like to be good relationship with India, neighboring country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
And the human rights situations across the West and South East Asia region. Why Bangladesh is concerned about Manipur crisis? As a Bangladeshi speaker, I feel a deep responsibility to address the challenges our neighbors in this region are facing, as well as the implications of these challenges for border region stability in South Asia. Bangladesh shares a long, historically rich relationship with India, especially its northeastern Seven Sisters, with which we share common borders, and also the adjoining region, including the state of Manipur. Our geographic proximity, cultural connectivity, and interlinked decolonization history make it impossible for us to remain indifferent to the crises unfolding in Manipur and other parts of Asia. The Manipur crisis, marked by the ethnic conflicts, human rights violations, and political instability, has implications that stretch beyond India's borders. For Bangladesh, these developments are particularly worrying for several reasons. For example, with porous borders and close ethnic to cultural ties, any escalation in violence in Manipur and adjacent states could lead to regional refugee crises, human and arms trafficking, and insecurity in our bordering areas. Bangladesh has witnessed and suffered from a similar ethno-religious crisis rooted in neighboring Myanmar, such as forcibly displaced Rohingya population, one of the grievous humanitarian crises globally. For 7 years, Bangladesh has been hosting over 1.2 million Rohingyas on humanitarian grounds. We believe that it is critically important to ensure justice over the grave human rights violations committed in Myanmar against the Rohingya Muslim community through the ongoing accountability process at the ICJ and the ICC. The solution to Rohingya crisis lies in creating a conducive environment in Myanmar's Rakhine state of their safe, dignified and sustainable return to their homeland. Without a lasting solution, this protracted crisis continues to pose threats to national and regional security, not only of Bangladesh but also of India. It is critical that we do not see a repetition of such humanitarian disasters like the Rohingya crisis in the Southeast Asia region. As unrest in Manipur threatens the delicate balance of peace and security of entire region, we have also seen how unresolved conflicts and internal unrest can disrupt regional harmony, affecting trade, development, and security cooperation between our countries. Honorable Chair, as India's neighbor, I also bring this September Council two other relevant regional issues that call for justice and human rights. The people of Bangladesh continue to witness with deep concern the inhuman border killings of Bangladesh citizens by Indian border forces. The BSF, including the recent shooting to death two Bangladeshi children, Shoma Das, only 13, and the joint Kumar Singh, only 15 years of age. Use of lethal weapons, shoot on sight policies to prevent human movement in common borders in gross violations of international humanitarian law. We demand that this Council conduct an independent inquiry into such border killings, not only in Bangladesh, India, common borders, but wherever they may take place. The other issue calling for justice is the long-pending unresolved water sharing accords with agreements between Bangladesh and India, including the proposed Teesta water sharing treaty that will have long-lasting regional implication for regional peace, security, and prosperity. As an upper preparing country, we call upon India to adhere to the international principles on the distribution of water. Lastly, the implementation of National Register of Citizens, NRC, in Assam and other northeastern states directly impacts Bangladesh, as it raises questions about the status of ethnic minorities and the potential for forced migration. I call upon India to pursue a more inclusive and humane approach to domestic and regional issues that would foster stronger relationship with its neighbors based on equality and humanity. Let us work together as neighbors, as members of the international community, and as defenders of human rights to ensure that peace, justice, and human dignity prevails in Manipur, Southeast Asia, and across our entire Southeast Asia region. Honorable Chair, allow me to conclude by reminding the September Council impacts Bangladesh, as it raises questions about the status of ethnic minorities and the potential for forced migration. I call upon India to pursue a more inclusive and humane approach to domestic and regional issues that would foster stronger relationship with its neighbors based on equality and humanity. Let us work together as neighbors, as members of the international community, and as defenders of human rights to ensure that peace, justice, and human dignity prevails in Manipur, Southeast Asia, and across our entire Southeast Asia region. Honorable Chair, allow me to conclude by reminding the September Council on behalf of the Swiss Bangladeshi Women's Association the loss, the pain of suffering of all those mothers who have lost their sons, daughters, and underage children during the July-August mass uprising in Bangladesh, led by our valiant students. They have made supreme sacrifices in their struggles for human rights and democracy that led to the resignation of Sheikh Hasina, who unlawfully held the office of Bangladesh Prime Minister for the past 15 years. As a woman and rights activist, I also reaffirm here the injustice and violations of rights and freedoms meted out to Begum Khalida Zia, the undisputed mother, the Muslim undisputed mother of democracy, and the first female Prime Minister of Bangladesh, and the second in Muslim world, who was unjustly sentenced for 17 years of prison by the authoritarian government of Sheikh Hasina. Begum Zia, after 7 long years of inhuman treatment of imprisonment, was released by the President of Bangladesh on the 6th of August in the face of our student-led people's uprising. I dedicate my statement to the uncompromising and self-sacrificing leadership of this extraordinary and monumental woman, statement of South Asia. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Next, I request